The funeral I wasn't supposed to see. My wife cried at my funeral. The neighbors said it was heartbreaking. The only problem? I was alive, and watching it happen. My name is Victor Hale. 3 months ago, I found out my wife had declared me dead. Not legally, socially. It started with a phone call from my cousin. "I'm so sorry," she said. "Sorry for what?" She went quiet. "Your accident," Elena told everyone. Accident. I was at work, alive, confused. Apparently, my wife had called family members that morning claiming I died in a late-night hit and run while jogging. She said she was too devastated to speak much. That details were still coming. She asked for privacy. By noon, condolences flooded social media. Old friends, neighbors, even former co-workers, gone too soon. Prayers for Elena and their daughter. My photo, posted by my own wife, with a black ribbon. I drove home immediately. The house was quiet. Elena wasn't crying. She was on the phone in the kitchen, talking about paperwork, specifically, life insurance. When she saw me standing there, she didn't scream. She froze. Then she said something I'll never forget. "You weren't supposed to see this yet." Yet, that word stayed with me. Over the next hour, the story unraveled. She had increased my life insurance policy from $300,000 to $750,000 2 weeks earlier. She had told multiple people that my body was being identified. No police report existed, no accident had happened, but here's the part that made my skin crawl. She had scheduled a small memorial gathering for that weekend. Catered, printed programs, a slideshow ready. She had already emotionally buried me. When I demanded an explanation, she claimed panic. Said she'd had a breakdown. Said she imagined losing me and spiraled. But spirals don't involve policy updates and benefit inquiries. They don't involve contacting the insurance provider asking about expected payout timelines. I checked our security logs. 3 nights before the fake announcement, our exterior cameras were manually disabled between 1 a.m. and 3 a.m. On one of those nights, I remember her insisting I take a different jogging route. A darker one, less traffic. That's when the pattern formed. The death announcement wasn't grief. It was rehearsal. She was testing the reaction. Seeing how fast the story spread. Seeing how believable it was. I contacted a lawyer immediately. And then the police. They couldn't arrest her. Faking a death socially isn't technically illegal. But insurance fraud is. And attempted harm? That depends on proof. We're separated now. She tells people I'm unstable. That I overreacted to a mental health episode. Maybe that version comforts her. But I learned something I wish I hadn't. Some people don't start with violence. They start with narrative. They tell the world you're gone. They practice the tears. They measure sympathy. And if everything lines up, next time, the funeral wouldn't have been pretend. And I might not have been there to watch it.